check out rcdeal.com. This segment is sponsored by rcdeal.com.
Hey, what's up? DJ from Offner Racing. Come to show you a new product we just got in. The Jammin SCRT10 RTR electric short course truck. We're going to open this bad boy up and show you what's inside and tell you what's coming with it. Alright, so let's get this box opened up. And as we open up the box, you're going to have a body on the top and two boxes. And inside here, as we take the body out, and we're going to pull this one out of the bag because we want to show this cool looking body. Body already pre-decaled, ready to go. Headlights already set up. All the advertising on it. Side of the body itself, Jammin with the number 11 on the side. And of course, all the sponsorships that we have merchandised with it. So, a freshly painted body, ready to go, and you don't have to worry about doing any of that. All the decals ready to go for you. All right. We'll get in here and pull out the two boxes, and we'll get to the boxes later. 1, 2 boxes, and now we'll pull out the car kit. Car kit is zip tied in place, and you'll need to unzip it. Of course, you don't have to use scissors because these are just little locks that are in place, and you just use your fingers, slide them on out, so you don't have to worry about searching around for scissors to get this bad boy out. And as you pull the car kit out, and we get this box to the side, you have your Jammin SCRT10 already built up, ready to go. All the guesswork's taken out on figuring things out, including the speed control and mounting the motor, putting the pinion gear, gluing the tires. All you have to do is drop the battery in it, and of course 8 AA's into the transmitter, and you're ready to go. Other than that, it's already preset, pre-bound. It's already logically set up for you, so you don't have to worry about anything else. Of course, the shocks are already built for you. They've already been filled with oil. The diffs have already been filled out for you. And the motor is already a 12-turn brushed motor. And of course, the speed control you see right there, capable of handling the 12-turn motor. And it is LiPo and nickel med program. So you do have to get in the instruction manual if you want to switch over to LiPo to program the setup on this. And like I said, tires are already glued, bead locks already in place, shocks ready to go. The only thing you have to do is just drop in batteries and then turn on your switch and take off. Of course, you see here, this is the antenna. This is how long the antenna needs to be. It doesn't need to be any longer than that, but you don't want to cut it, so that's a safety precaution you do not want to do. But you have a gigantic 1 foot long antenna pipe on there, and you cut that in half and save it for the next time around. When your antenna gets beat up, you just swap it out. Like I said, so all the guesswork in that for the RTR chassis is ready to go. Now you just get into the two boxes, and we'll get into this first box here. And when you open up the box, really just hardware in this box. There's not too much in there to deal with. Of course, extra screws and bags, all the bushings for the roll center, the toe, and a kick up on there, and of course a couple shock items in there, and C-clips to adjust some of the ride height for the shocks. Of course, the shocks are composite, they're not threaded, but you can get those as an option part for threaded shock bodies, and you can eliminate the C-clips. Alright, next box you get into is the transmitter, and of course our transmitter now are 2.4 gig, so getting rid of the crystals is the next best thing, and we've already done that now. So with these new RTRs, you're not going to have to deal with a crystal kit. We'll dump this box to the side. You're going to deal with 2.4 system on there, and this thing is ready to go. Like I said, pre-programmed, pre-bound up, so you don't have to worry about that guesswork. Of course, there'll be an instruction manual to go with this, and just in case you do debind something. And then there's a fail-safe feature in there that you could pre-set up, and that's a one-button touch. Of course, it's right here. This is your fail-safe, and your bind button up here on the top. You got all your logics for dual rate steering here if you want to change left and right steering. You can also do that with the brake. This is 100% brake and 100% throttle, and you can tone these out if you don't want to have so much throttle or so much brake. And at the bottom of the radio itself, of course, is your dual rate, and your dual rate is basically setting the amount of throw from left to right at maximum travel. This is like a ready to race feature. If you need to dial some out right away, instead of going to the left and right features, you just dial out equally left and right from here. So if you have 100% at this point and you want to go down to 80% of dual rate, you just tap on this button and take it out, and you'll see that the steering gets reduced as you go from left to right. So we'll drop in batteries in this radio. and we'll just take that guesswork out of the way. Of course, it needs 8 AA batteries, and we have some Duracell AA batteries here. And in the bottom of the radio, it has a grid to tell you where the positive and negative's at. So you don't really need an instruction manual for that. That's just pretty much easy guesswork. And just make sure one of them's got a little bridge in there to keep the batteries from flying out as you're installing them. So just make sure you don't try to jam that up, and make sure you put it in properly so that way you don't break that bridge. Alright, one more set of batteries. Tray back in place. Alright, and we're looking at this, and we turn it on, and if you're looking at this on the radio, of course it's indicated by the green light, and that means it's on. Of course we could turn it off and it shouldn't be on anymore. None of the other dials or LEDs are showing up on there, of course, and like I said, you don't have to worry about binding the radio. It's already pre-done for you. So we'll leave the radio on and let that run, and we'll get to the car itself. As we get to the car, we're going to put in a nickel metal hydride battery because it's already programmed for nickel metal hydride system. And we'll pull the retainer off. We'll drop the battery in place, and we won't put the clip in place right now. We'll just put the retainer on just to give you an idea of what it looks like when it's in place. And you plug your Tamiya connectors back in place. This was already on, so we'll turn it off. Okay, so we'll check it again. We'll turn it back on to make sure that it's running properly. Of course, when you turn it on, you give it a couple seconds. It'll give you a beeping tone and let you know it's ready to go. So when you first turn it on, don't just try to take off. You know, wait for the beep, and you'll be ready to go. So we'll turn this on now. That means it's ready to go. There's a green light indicating on the speed control that it's already browned up, ready to go. You give a steering to the left, a steering to the right, and you got the steering that you want. Of course, that's ready to go. You don't have to worry about that. And if you want to give it some throttle, you got throttle response, and then you hit it backwards on the radio, and you got some brake, or actually reverse end brake. So that's set up for that. Of course, the radio itself too is a fine-tuned feature on the radio, and if you need to do anything crazy or change some steering setups on there, the radio will indicate how much you need to do on this setup. So as we unbox this radio or unbox this car and we drop on the battery, we will be ready to go and go out there and have some fun. So hope to see that you guys got some kits in soon to purchase one, and thanks for joining us on the new Jammin SCRT10 RTR car.
This show has been sponsored by RCDeal.com. So remember, RCDeal.com for your RC auction and web store needs. It's RCDeal.com.